Alrighty then, folks, welcome back to MS Saga. So in the last episode, we figured out the guy in the mask was really evil. We decided to run away to North America because the guy in the mask doesn't have a Psycho Gundam and fleet of Gaos to chase us. And get there first because we're taking a really strange route. And we also decided to ditch our friend because she might get hurt after we've assaulted a fully armored base with giant mobile suits. Because, yeah, we're totally not taking away her giant mobile suit either. So yeah, let's see how well that works out. So this actually is a fairly easy part of the game. I'm probably going to run through this because it's not all that difficult. The part after this will take a little bit of planning because there's a couple of things you need to pick up before fighting any of the bosses. Which it'll be a point where we get to pick our own boss. But yeah, and we just got the card key level 2, which lets us open up certain chests and the underground stairwell thing. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. I don't remember exactly what it's called. Oh, and just so you know, when I loaded this up, this place is called the Abandoned Village. When we walk out, I'm pretty sure there's only one house, but I could be wrong. Also, yeah, we didn't know Trimi was leaving till we decided to ditch her. Because it's too dangerous or something, and leaving her here alone in the Russian wastes with some creepy old guy who she kind of knows is totally better. This is a JRPG, so who knows. But this is called the Abandoned Village. I see one house and a really large graveyard. That's all. Though they do have steam boilers on the side, so the place is really, really hot. They're supposed to be furnaces, but those are totally not furnaces. So, yeah, the sucky part is we missed out on our second best fighter, which is Trimi at this point, because we all saw what happened to Gavinger, and Fritz isn't here, because he ditched us like a little girl and is now being tortured by the Eisengrad army, because he clearly also doesn't have a Gao and can't get across the ocean. No, we'll sneak out of there. It's not like our 60-foot tall mobile suits make any noise or anything. We also didn't stop her from keeping hers. Don't worry, this is just Neo Zeon. Or Eisengrad, whatever they call themselves. Zarth. We'll find out about that in a second. Really? I can tell you guys all have the same facial expression throughout the entire game. She's depressed so she can have a giant robot that kills things. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go run away to North America. This is technically a dungeon that we have to go to, but it's more of a maze of very, very long corridors. So, there's actually something we need to get inside of there, because... yeah. Oh, it's the underground tunnel. Okay, I thought it was the underground elevator. Yeah, it's basically, they made a tunnel under the seafloor from Siberia to Alaska, which has been theorized, but would take something like 190 years to do, so is never actually going to happen. But anyway, in this dungeon, we're actually going to need something that they have, or one of the items in there. Oh, and still got into a fight. They used a stealth system, right? Oh, it's a gun cannon Mark 3. Or no, it's the gun cannon 3. Or 2. It's the gun cannon, or the RX-77-4. The one with the ground custom one. So, or wait, that was Aeon. We need her to... we don't have Gavinger anymore, so we can't do these fights easy. And we really need to change our equipment out soon. We don't have to fight Big Zom anymore, so having her being able to do Gatling fire isn't all that important. These are also Arctic leaders. They're like Arctic Zakus, except for they're Zaku Kais instead of normal Zaku's. And don't worry, we're about to get almost everyone Gundams in like an hour. We're about to equip her with a better melee weapon too. I think that double beam Naginata we have. Yeah. We don't need our Tree-Me to Gatling Fire anymore, so we can just get rid of that. Or we can get rid of most of the stuff, actually. That and that. And we're going to give her... Well, actually, let's get her focused on melee combat. Let's see, 252 versus 246. It's actually weaker. And doesn't have a special ability, so... We're going to keep her like that, because it also gives her a long-range rifle if she needs it. Good job, game. You actually did it for once. Oh, wow. I need to use another stealth system, I guess. Or, like, invisible. I trained to, what, level 20? This shouldn't be happening, but it is. And you're going to fire on this one. Ah, great. We should still destroy him since power charge, but still. It's not ideal. And we didn't. That sucks. But hey, they're using the same mobile suit as we are. So we know exactly how much its max HP is. Oh, I should have healed her too, I didn't think of that. Yeah, now that Tree-Me has her beam fork, she's actually pretty useful. She also has Lightning Lancer, but she can't use it. Yeah, it's 6, and she only has 4. Oh, and I made her use the longer range rifle again. Oh well. Sorry, I just got back from Christmas, and I'm totally not into recording right now. I will get better in the next few episodes, but for now, I'm kind of bad at this. First off... Yes, we have a stealth system active, and we're still encountering people. And we're only, you know, level 21. I trained to 20 to try to avoid getting into random battles, but it turns out we're going to keep having to do them. But they're not that hard, so... Yeah, this place is a giant dungeon, or... It's a giant maze. Yeah, that key we just got that she doesn't know we have, but... Because she was watching us the whole time, she knows we have it. Yeah, Murica developed the G system first. But yeah, so this is a giant set of, like, connected hallways. I always get lost in here because there's, like, a hallway, then an elevator down, like, 9,000 floors. It's weird. You'll find out in a second. But yeah, it's like... It's a lot worse if you're not, like, really over-leveled like I am. Because you'll be getting into battles all the time, and it's just large hallways, and I don't really have anything to talk about also, so it's going to be kind of quiet for a couple of seconds. Hey, it's that battle you guys have all seen multiple times again. And don't be surprised if we fight these guys most of the way through, because they aren't gonna really change. And Trimi got shorted. And Aeon got shorted. If they short out your whole party, you lose. Because the game's cool like that. And being able to not move temporarily is an excuse for you to lose. Okay, so you're just gonna melee them, kill them all. And he repaired himself. Only 76 though, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, they do generate energy while shorted out though. And we got a gun cannon arm and a restorative drink. Restorative drinks heal TP, which we aren't going to use them now because they're kind of useful later. But then again, later on you can buy them, so they stop, like all the ones you saved up don't really matter. And by about the time we can buy them is the time where I'll buy like 99 of them and use them like all the time. I can't think of the word abuse for some reason. And these are called GM Kais. They aren't actually called GM Kais. They're closer to white dingo GM2s. Because they have the white dingo paint job, but they're GM2s because you can tell by the antennas. They're either GM2s or GM3s. I can't exactly remember. Or, you know, both might have them and I'm just stupid and didn't remember. And they have sniper rifles. I totally could have had her lightning lance. Oh well. This place is actually pretty good training too. Mind you, later on places are much more training, especially the next dungeon we're supposed to go to. It's actually really good training even though you're in there for like 30 seconds. Scavenger, you're alive! This is just what proves Scavenger's a badass, because he took on a Psycho Gundam, an Ultron, a Death Scythe, and a Gelgoog Special, all with a Hyzak. They never explained how this happens, by the way. You know, that random guy with the wolf on his head who later on we'll find out knows everybody, even though he's never actually met them. So he somehow survived the Big Zom exploding. Scavenger did beat them because his mobile suit's still intact after fighting a Psycho Gundam. And he talked to this guy into returning the mobile suit. Scavenger's truly a badass. Don't worry, Scavenger's clearly still alive. He isn't actually. You had somebody tell him he's dead, and this is a shonen manga. This is Bazuli. He looks like Scavenger, and he has some of Scavenger's abilities, but he has none of the good ones. Scavenger literally got most of the best moves in the game, and yeah, Bazuli gets about average stuff. The other party members we get after him, though, are much more useful, so when we get the chance to change out our party members, because we eventually get more than 6, we'll probably be getting rid of him, unless he learns Beam Field, but I don't think he does. And this is a flashback to 5 hours ago. Or 20 hours ago, whatever. And if you're wondering, they just re-rendered the cutscene, but put a sepia filter on it. You can do that in, like, Photoshop 6. Or, you know, Photoshop 4 for that matter. It's probably what they used to make this game, was a Photoshop program. They didn't even put in any sound. And we randomly trust this Dark Alliance general who, for all we know, could have murdered children for fun. You know, beginning of the game. But instead we trust this guy. Because, according to him, a guy we know told him to deliver this mobile suit. Though we did get our Hyzak Gelgoog back. He has Bomber, High Bomber, Repair. Yeah, he has some of the stuff that Gavenger had. What boost does he have? He has Gatling Body, but he has a lot of the melee attacks, which only one character ever does those well. You know, Li Fang. And we don't have her right now, so we're probably not going to use them. Oh, wow. That was actually a door. Yeah, I think that's actually where the item is, or where the stuff is. Is this it? Nope, didn't even need that. That's what we needed. The Bawoo data. We're gonna collect that way before we should get it. Oh, there's 4 of them in here. We don't actually need anything left in here, I don't think. So we're not actually gonna pick those up, but I'll come back for them eventually. Damn, there's 5 of them? 6? Yeah, when we can buy hacking tools, we'll buy more of them. Or we'll get more of them, but for now, we need them more than we need the little stuff that's in there. Because I don't remember if any of that's actually in there. Or what it is. So, I don't think we need it. I'll look it up later, and if we do need it, I'll go back for it. Yeah. You remember... I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but there's that one door that guy in Fall Dust was guarding. There's some data behind that one. In Australia, there's some more data that we'll pick up in a little bit. In one of the dungeons, there's the last bit you need. And then in New York, in the city in New York, will be the last bit of data we'll need. I actually probably get that one next. Oh, and we got a Zegot Claw L. That's a Gashia Claw. Remember the gun cannon back in the game, or that gun cannon back in Tohai had one. Claws actually do count as fists in this game. So, you can get them, but G Gundam's in this game, so, you know, Burning and Shining Gundam are in it. So if you're really gonna punch somebody, you get Burning Finger. Or God Hand, whatever mobile suit you're using. I don't remember the English equivalent of it, it might just be Burning Finger still. Oh, okay, so... he's basically Aeon, but he can melee. Yeah, so those stealth systems we've been using have only prevented us from encountering small numbers of enemies. We're not avoiding the enemies, we're just encountering... or we're avoiding small groups of them. That's cool. Yeah, so we're gonna use a stealth system again. We're gonna end up wasting most of them before we can buy more, but we'll eventually be able to buy more. Unicorns surprisingly have a pretty good shop. What level is Bazuli? Oh, he's 24. Damn. He'll always be a different level from us, I guess. I know most characters follow Tristan's HP pool when they're gone, and if he levels up, they level up too. It's like, in the beginning of the game, all your experience, or you're given experience marks for all your characters, and EXP is added every single battle to them, unless they're away from your group for a certain amount of time, and just weird, confusing programming that makes this game strange. I guess it made it easier for them to program it, but if you actually know any programming and you break into this game, it's just weird. But yeah, now we're out of I cannot talk. We finally made it to America! You'll never guess where it is. It basically covers all of Oregon, California, and some of, like, Nevada or Utah. It's pretty big. And this game has problems with distances anyway. Because we basically ran like 400 miles yesterday. from that mountain over to Siberia and then down to Trimi's old place in like 20 minutes, according to them. Yeah, we should start avoiding most battles for now. And we're about to get told to do some story stuff, but I think we're going to deviate and go somewhere else because I want to. Basically, we're going to deviate and go to New York. But yeah, look at this thing. It's like... It's actually San Diego and, you know, parts of Nevada. So she just happened to be listening to the radio at the time. Hey, it's Scavenger's girlfriend! You know that one they mentioned for like 30 seconds? Well, it's his partner, but I assume that's what they meant by girlfriend. Yeah, he got shot in the head. We didn't see the body. Yeah, we're not actually gonna do that. We want to buy stuff first. You know that time we were picking on Scavenger? Yeah, that was the girl. Remember he told everyone about that? Oh, I didn't think they forced us in there. I thought we got the choice. Damn it. Maybe a devil? That's in Gundam shape? Yeah, see, we had these reports. Oh, well, it came up already, but it's like, yeah, we had these reports, you know, this thing called a new Gundam, where we may or may not have the data to it already. But, yeah, he wanted you to build a Zeta Gundam. Except for that library the unicorns have that they mentioned earlier. Okay, this is the one thing I think that's weird about this game. You need a Gundam Mark II, and a Hyakushiki. Whereas in Zeta you needed a... Camille used the data from the Rick Diaz and the Gundam Mark II to build the Zeta, and then they built the Hyakushiki off of a design that didn't actually work. So... screw the, you know, Gundarium armor or whatever. We're just going to use a Hyakushiki. And no, there's no Delta Plus in this one, even though it was invented by now. Which I find sad, because I like the Delta Plus. But yeah, this is what I mean by them just giving us Gundams. They basically just gave us a Gundam. Or a Mark II. So, yeah, now we just gotta walk all the way down to South America, which totally takes like 4 hours or something. Yeah, we're just gonna walk down to South America, go build a G system. And if you noticed, Olivia was wearing a pistol, even though they say the unicorns are non-violent. They never explain that. Yeah, so we're about to go get a Gundam Mark II, but first, we can do stuff. We're not actually gonna do anything, so we don't need to. We're gonna buy crap. And then I think I'll end the episode, because it's going a little bit... I figured we'd get through that dungeon a little bit faster. First, though, we need to hit the mini G system. You're only able to go here for a little while, so there's a couple of things that you need from this G system, but I haven't found a good way to mine for E-caps down here, so we're only going to get one. Yeah, I'm not actually going to buy that. It's kind of useful. I think it's the Hyakoshiki's laser cannon, but I can't remember. We're not actually getting that. We're getting the double booster, which is the booster from the double Zeta. You get one of these for free when you eventually get the double Zeta, but for now these help a lot. It's basically like the speed upgrade from or a little bit less than the speed upgrade from the enhanced wing, and the more melee, more range, more HP, and the stuff from the extra propellant. I usually make 2 or 3 because I'll have like 80 and then I'll go and fight a bunch of guys for no reason. But right now I only have 60, so we're only making 1. So we're gonna go equip one of those. Then I think this guy... One of these guys randomly standing around, it might be this guy. Oh. Yeah, we can't go back here, by the way. Which, there's some really good vendor back there that sells a bunch of Neo Zeon designs. We'll use him eventually. Is it this one? Okay, it's actually from the mobile suit shop. So first things first, we're gonna set parts on the Gundam. We're gonna pop this off. We're gonna pop this off. We're gonna give him the double booster. Yeah. As opposed, well. Enhanced wing. So that's his stats with everything. And then there's him with the double booster. It's basically the same thing except for he gets armor, melee, range, and stuff up. Yep, it's the booster from the double Zeta. You can tell when I shift it back to normal color. And we can also give him something else. I don't know. Oh, I have HP part 3s. I might give him that. I usually get a power device before now. Or can we afford the better one? That's the question. There's a power device 3, I think, in the shop here. Or in the G system. We're gonna go check that. I usually buy one from Eisengrad, but I think I forgot this time. And eventually when we get to go back here, we get to fly. No, or wait, sensor part, recovery part. No, there's no melee part. This increases range though. And this is the defender unit. This is basically the Super Gundam's armor. Yeah, the Super Gundam's, not core booster, but that floater thing that connects to the Gundam Mark II and makes a Super Gundam. It's that thing, but it decreases your speed, so I never use it. Yeah, I'll just give him the power part Mark II. Then we'll go buy some items and stuff, and I think I'll end the video. Yeah, sensor devices increase your range, power devices increase your melee. Yeah, fuck it, we're giving him the health part. So now he has almost 1500 HP. We'll eventually take that stuff off and give him the Gundam Mark II, which he'll have even more HP. But that's him for now. I know one of these guys sold stuff. Might just be the Atom Shop then. Thought there was a weapons dealer here. Yeah, they have Gelgoog special data. You know, the one Char had. Nemo, Marasai, and Rick Diaz. We're gonna buy 99 Rick Diaz, 89 Nemo, and 94 Gelgoog special. The reason we're not buying Marasai data is we get a free one later, so there's no point in wasting an L cap on it. I don't know if we have enough for all 3. We might only have enough for 2. I could be wrong. So yeah, that's all the junk we need from here. So instead of going down to South America, we're going to New York. But that'll be next episode, folks, which will come out with this one. Hopefully I can speak better in that one, but anyway, goodbye.